Alright guys, as promised, we're here to do another video on the board game table here from Game Theory Tables that I've been doing videos on. As you guys know, if you guys have watched my other videos on this table, I love this board game table, and today I wanted to show you guys the accessories that I got recently, because the accessories did ship separately from the board game table, and I just got them in, and I want to talk about both of them, the dice tower and the dice trays that go at the corners, to show you guys, how they look like and if they're worth it and stuff like that. Before we get into that real quick, I just want to remind you guys that they are doing a sale. If you use my referral link down below, or my affiliate link down below, you guys will be able to get the biggest discount you can get. So right now what they're doing is they're doing 20% off for the first 100 orders, then 20% off, then 15% off on the next 100 orders, and then 10% on the next orders after that. And they should be shipping these in May of 2022. So go ahead and get your orders in if you can, and if you're looking for a table like this. Like I said, I had a BBO Poker Tables, which is an affiliate company, 2 Game Theory tables, and so far I am loving this table. It's held up really, really well, and I can't wait to have more friends over to use this board game table, and now with these accessories as well. And they're going to be creating new accessories, from feedback from us once we have these tables, so I'm looking forward to what new accessories they may make in the future, because these are the 2 accessories that they've come out with so far. So really, really love the table, and I definitely recommend this table if you guys are looking for a board game table. Check out the link below, like I said. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the video that I promised in the last video I did. This is the accessories video. I did receive all of my accessories that I ordered for the Infinity game table here with the corners. As you can see here, what the differences are is we have these little black things at each of the corner. They are trays and dice towers. So we're going to take a look at these now. So to tell you what I think about each one. So starting off on this corner, I got 2 of each. So you can see there's 1 tray set over there and 1 tray set over here. And then there's a dice tower in that corner we'll talk about. And then there's another dice tower there in the corner. Now, this tray that we have right here, what it does is you can obviously put some things right on top, but you can also move them. So if I come here on an angle here, you can kind of spread these out. Now you got 2 trays sitting in the corner. I could also kind of spread these out like this. If I want to, then I can also have a 3rd tray spread out like this and kind of move it along. Kind of have 3 trays hanging like that. And then, of course, that means you can put some pieces in here, some pieces in here, some pieces in there. And then, say you have money across the table or chips or something like that that you're trying to get off the table to save some room for the actual game, you could put them at each corner. So that side of the table has trays, and this side of the table has trays, and you can kind of organize them that way. Now, the thing that I don't like about this tray system perfectly, and I think it could have been a little bit more designed, but I still like it overall, is the fact that it's not completely like sturdy, where see how this is on an angle and stuff? So it kind of wobbles when you touch it. I mean, it doesn't wobble when you touch this one. I'm putting pretty good force on this one's fine, but the top one, since that's where the stick is kind of going to hold all the trays, kind of sits on an angle that way. So it's not bad. You can still obviously put some things on there, and it's not going to go anywhere. And I also don't know how well you can use all 5 of these, because as I said, there's 5 trays here, as you're looking at here. So there is 5 trays. I don't know how well you can actually use all 5 of them at the same time. I can see you can get 4 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got a little piece of that 5th one sitting right there. But I would say 3 to 4 is probably what you're going to be using most of the time. Probably 3 the most if you have this set up at each of the corners to kind of put your trays there. And like I said, grab pieces from each of the trays, kind of put some of the main pieces up here. And then, of course, when you're done, you can kind of just grab these trays. They all just kind of fold nicely together just like this. Kind of just move them along, spin this one around. And then they're exactly the way that they were before. And that's kind of what these corner trays are. Like I said, I got another one for the other corner over there as well. So there's 1 on each. And then we have the dice towers. So for all of you guys who don't know what dice towers are, if you're not sure, dice towers are basically, so you know how you roll dice on the table, and obviously you can just roll it normally just like that. And some people like to cheat and stuff and kind of try and roll like this. Oh, let me see if I can get a 3 kind of thing and put it that way. Well, the dice towers are a cool thing because basically what it is you can see inside there's an indentation right here and an indentation on the other side, which is a little dark for you guys to see, but there's another one down there as well. So it kind of folds like this and like this. So what happens is that when you throw the dice in here, no matter what you do, it's always going to be randomized. So kind of put the dice there, you can see it's always going to be random when it comes out of the bottom, and that's a 3. No matter what someone does, it's always going to bounce all over the place from the inner tray that is all set up. You can see how it bounces there, and then obviously always rolls, and then it comes out of the bottom. So this, I really do like. The dice tower here is perfect, and I really, really like this. This will get a lot of use, so it'll always be at the corner so people can roll their dice there. We don't lose the dice all over the table for whatever reason, which is really cool. And no one can cheat when it comes to dice like that with these trays. So I really like both of these. Like I said, I do think that the dice tower trays, or sorry, the dice towers are better than the trays. But I still like both, and I'm still going to use both. But if you only had an option to get one, I would definitely recommend the dice towers more, because I think you'll get a lot more use of them. And like I said, I think the trays, though I'm going to use them a lot and they're good, they come with 5 trays, but I don't know how often you're actually going to be able to use 4 or 5 trays. I think 2 to 3 is probably what most people are going to be using, where it actually gives you a lot of room to put them out. Of course, you don't have to leave them at the corners. You got these 5 trays here. You can obviously also take them out of the corner and just use the 5 trays spread across the table too, so they become regular trays. But they're not as good for that, because basically they're not going to be bad, but there's a hole on each one of them in the corner, because that's where there's basically a wooden pole that goes all the way down that holds these all together, and then it kind of spins around it. So if you were to take these all out of the corner and kind of put them along the table, kind of to do what I did with these, problem is that there's going to be a hole in each one about this big, where it's going to go on each of the trays. So you'll have to deal with that in the trays. It won't be the end of the world, but because you can still organize the trays across the table. But just wanted to at least let you guys know that if you do that, expect there to be a hole on one of these trays. Overall, though, like I said, really love the dice towers. Really happy with them. And I still like the trays, even though they're not perfect in my opinion. I still like them, and I will get some pretty good use out of them. So those are the 2 accessories that I ordered from the board game table. And I'm excited because they will be doing more accessories. They've already been asking us, those of us who have the table, what are your ideas that you want for the table? And I can't wait to see what they do next and what accessories they bring next. The first one that comes to my mind that I would really like is actually a customized size solution of the acrylic that people can put over here. I think it's called acrylic. I may be missaying that, but I think it's called acrylic. Basically, you know that when you get a board game and you're going to write something with a washable marker, and you have like that acrylic like sheet that goes on it. Well, basically what I want to do is I want to put maps. Let's say you have a Dungeons and Dragons map. Let's say you have board games over there that use, that everyone has to write on the boards. So instead, what you can do, so you don't have to worry about people writing on your table with the washable markers or anything like that, is you put the maps right here, and then you put that acrylic piece on top of the table, and then people use the washable marker on top of that acrylic thing that's across the whole entire table. So no matter where you write on this table, you can write on it because it has the acrylic thing going across the whole thing, and you could write on the maps and all that other stuff. I've seen a lot of other tables do that. I hope that that's something they bring here. Granted, you could do that on your own and kind of get one of them measured out, but I would like to see them come out with their own measured perfectly for the table. That's something I'd definitely be interested in. But if you guys have any opinions on what they should do and what other accessories you guys would like to see, make sure to leave that down below. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the accessories overview. Don't forget to check out the link below if you're looking for a board game table like this. Like I talked about before, they have a lot of good deals going on right now where you can get up to 20% off, so make sure not to miss those deals. So go ahead and check out the link below if you guys can. And if you have any questions for me, leave them down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.